Do I start?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. To be or not to be is the question today. So, to own or not to own? Should I keep renting? Well, let's weigh out some of the pros and cons here. So, pro, if I own my own home, my mortgage payment won't continuously increase. Um, what else? Let's say if I buy my own home, at least I will have less restrictions. I don't have to worry about restrictions on visitors, guests, pets, gardening rules. You have a little bit more control on fixtures and upgrades. And if I make any upgrades on my own property, I bring value to myself and I get to build more equity for myself. With the equity that I'm building, I get to leverage some of that as an investment. It's a great opportunity to be my own bank almost, where I can build equity and I can borrow against that equity if I ever need to pay off debts, have an emergency, want to make more upgrades. The payments I'm making will actually bring down my mortgage, and maybe one day I'll actually be mortgage free, rent free. That's a great one. What else? Let's see here. So the payments I make are tax deductible. The interest that I'm paying on my mortgage is tax deductible. Um, and of course, it's an investment that creates wealth for myself, not just for myself, my kids, my future generations. I can pass down this house. I can also I have control, a little bit more control. I can, like I said, I can tear down a wall if I want to. I can make expansions. I can add an ADU in the unit if I have a back house. Lots of things I actually do. And of course, another personal benefit for myself is that the payments I make will help build credit history. So that's going to help improve my credit. And I guess the biggest successful benefit that I could think of, it's just the pride of ownership. It's that American dream to own a home. So I guess there's enough benefits, but what are some of the cons? What are the bad sides of owning a home? Well, if I own my own home, that means I'm going to have more responsibilities. I become the landlord, so I have to pay for any repairs, any maintenance. I just can't call my landlord anymore. So that's on the other side of the fence. What else can I think of? Well, monthly expenses are a little bit higher too. Besides the repairs on a monthly basis, I also have to pay for property taxes, homeowners insurance, which you don't normally have to do when you're renting. You might have renters insurance, but that's not very much. Um, Taxes and insurance, that premium for the insurance occasionally goes up from time to time, as well as the property taxes over time as the value increases. My property tax bill will probably increase as well over a period of time. And also, I guess, really, if I want to own versus rent, to get into the house, I'd have a larger down payment. I'm looking at maybe a 3 to 5% of my purchase price at least, opposed to if I get into when I'm getting into an apartment, usually the landlords only require maybe 1 to 2 months of rent. So my deposit's a lot less, so a lot less out of pocket. And lifestyle, my gosh, if I ever want to get up and move, relocating is a lot easier when I'm renting, so that's great. But if I own a home and I want to relocate, it's going to take time to list the property, sell it. So is something I need to consider if I want to relocate. And I guess the home value, talking about selling, if I there's most of the time I know values of homes increase, but there is a chance that home values may decrease. Who knows? So, and also right now, and then today lately, especially, what if there's a chance I might have overpaid for the property to get into it because all the bidding war that's been going on, people have been outbidding on property. So there is a chance that if I overbid for my property, if I resell it later, I might not have gotten my profits or equity back. So there are some cons that I have to kind of think about there. Okay, so I guess home ownership isn't for everybody, and that's important you weigh out that option for yourself. You know, it's okay, I think, and I suggest to dream big, have all those goals, and imagine what your future can look like. Whether that future consists of owning your own home or staying a renter, it's important you dream big, and then you take a moment and evaluate your situation. Look at, what is my employment history going to look like? Am I going to be relocating? Am I changing jobs? Am I gonna do I have a family now? Will I have a family in the next 3 to 5 years? Will I have kids? Do I want to have kids? Do I want to plan for kids? So a lot of things to kind of weigh out and evaluate. Dream big, evaluate your situation, and determine whether home ownership is a right fit for you. And also, it may be at the end of the day you decide really home ownership is not a good fit today, but things change as time goes by and you reach certain milestones in life, and it's okay to revisit that same conversation and figure out, things have changed. Now I have a kid and family. Should I own a home? So evaluate those things, and if your conclusion at the end of the day is that home ownership isn't for me and I should stay a tenant, continue renting. Well, you know what? Even as a renter, there's so many other ways that you can create wealth for yourself. So if you're not sure of those ways, comment below or send me a message and let's talk. Let me share some other tips on how you can become wealthy.